Hey everybody, Mike here from Cyberfueled IT. I've got something pretty cool here that I pre-ordered a while back. Gonna do a little bit of an unboxing of this. Hopefully it turns out to be something that's pretty useful. I know there's been some controversy around this, and hopefully it's as good as I'm expecting it to be for the price point. But basically what we have here is the PlayStation Remote Play, the PlayStation Portal as to what they're calling it. So it is the remote player. I pre-ordered this right when it came out because I thought it would be something that I could use as a daily driver. It runs about $199, so actually I think it's cheaper than their premium controller, or just about the same price. Comes with a pretty good screen for the most part. We're going to go ahead and get this thing unboxed today. I'm going to do some extensive testing with it. I have two PlayStations in my house. I have one that is hardwired and I have one that is on Wi-Fi. So I'm hoping I'm able to connect to both of those devices and I'm able to pick which one I want to actually connect to. I actually want to see if I can connect to and play some preloaded PS4 games, which I think you can. I don't think you can connect to any of the PS Plus games that are out there unless they're downloaded and installed. So that's something I kind of want to check out as well. And then I think I want to see how the overall connectivity is, if there's a difference between it being hardwired and or on Wi-Fi, and I'm presuming there will be. But I think with the setup that I have in the house, I have a Ubiquiti setup for network, so I'm hoping that that setup doesn't cause any troubles. I've seen a few folks tweeting that they've had connectivity issues and slowness and stuttering and all that kind of stuff that you would expect from a remote player. I actually use the PlayStation Remote Player quite extensively. I connect my PS4 to my PS5 in the office. The PS5 is hardwired in my office, and it works relatively fine. I have a couple dropouts here and there. The connection is pretty solid. But overall, it's been a pretty good experience. I haven't really noticed. I don't do fast Twitch games at night. It's mostly like RPGs and slow. So I'm gonna try some fast Twitch games. Although I did do Armored Core 5 or Armored Core 6 or whatever number it is now, when it first came out, and it responded pretty well. So gonna go ahead and start unboxing this thing and see what's actually in the box, and then a little bit later, I will have a full breakdown, kind of some thoughts once I get this thing set up, but we'll unbox it, power it on, see what it looks like, see what comes in the box, and we'll go from there. All right, so let's go ahead and get this thing unpacked and see what we're working with. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know if it's an affliction or something about saving boxes for the longest time. I've recently started purging boxes, and it's felt pretty good for the most part. But at the same time, I keep thinking I'm going to resell all the things that I purchased with these boxes. So I know it's probably an IT thing where everybody likes to keep their boxes in case they want to get rid of their products or something. So overall, this thing is pretty well packed. Nothing else in the box. Hopefully I opened it up the right way. I have no idea. I'm guessing not. So this is the right way. Oh, that's pretty cool. All right. So that opens up like that. This guy comes out like so. Oh, there's a USB cable. Looks like just the USB cable. Yep. USB-C to USB-C. Interesting. Okay. So it's not a USB-C to a USB-A, but it is a USB-C to USB-C. Interesting. All right. That's the way things are going these days. Still no power brick. I think that's what I read online, is they do not include a power brick in this thing. Let's see here. And there we have it. All right. So looks like power button is up top. There's your power button up top here. Not sure what that is. Maybe some sort of connection button that they've got. Volume rockers are up here. So you've got your plus and your minus for your rockers. Other than that, it feels like just an oversized PS5 controller. It's actually pretty durable. There's no flex to this thing. It is pretty wild. to say the least. Looks like there is also, so there's USB charging on the bottom. Kind of hard to see, but it's up under there. And then there is also an audio jack. So you've got a USB, not a USB, but you've got a 3.5 millimeter audio jack on the bottom. So again, really tough to see, not the greatest lighting in here, but it is there, which is really nice. All right. So let's go ahead and peel off the sticker. And I don't have my PS5 on, but I'm going to fire this thing up and see what it looks like from a screen perspective. Hopefully I don't have to charge it. And I'm probably going to have to charge it. Oh, nope, there it goes. Anything else in this box here while that's booting up? Let's see what we got. Nope. Whole lot of nothing. Just warranty information and all that fun stuff. So that is pretty much it. Pretty lightweight in the box. All right, there it has. I'm going to go ahead and plug this guy into the charger. Give it some juice while we're kind of walking through this initial setup here. That there it is, starting to charge. All right, we're gonna do English. I guess let me fire on the PS5. Hopefully it doesn't cut my screen out because I have everything hooked up to the PS5, but sounds like there's some audio coming through it. Yeah, some audio coming through it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and connect to my Wi-Fi. Off screen, so you guys can't see my fancy password. All right, so it looks like it's asking for a system update, so we're going to go ahead and update it. It's going to download, and the software agreements that we all read thoroughly. Relatively small update, so only about 145 meg. So downloading that now. And hopefully I don't have an update on the PS5. I haven't fired that thing up, but it is set to auto boot and auto update, so hopefully that does that. So this thing's pretty cool. It does have some like accent LED lighting that's going around the side. It's still got your start minus button. It does have a mute button and the PlayStation button right here as well. Yeah, it looks like it's installing the update right now too. So overall though, this thing is pretty solid. I'm kind of impressed so far.
3 hours later.
All right, guys. Well, while this thing is updating, gonna do a little bit of a filler here. Yeah, so far, initial thoughts on this thing is it's pretty well built. I do like the placements. Feels pretty good in my hands for the most part. Construction is actually really good. I was expecting a little bit more of a flimsiness to it, to be honest, but it's actually very well constructed, a lot like the Switch and some other handhelds that are out there. If you do get one of these, expect to be about 15, 20 minutes or so. So far the video is at about 20 minutes, so probably about a 20-minute update time for the most part to get this thing patched up, and we'll see how the connection is. It's pretty straightforward though, right out of the box, as you guys saw. It's just Wi-Fi connection, connects out there to the internet, starts downloading all its updates, and off it goes. So I presume mileage might vary on that depending on your connection speed, but give yourself about 20 minutes to let this thing run, and I don't know, go make some coffee, do whatever it is, and here it is rebooting again. So about 20 minutes from start to finish, we'll get this thing fired up. But I'm hoping they'll have maybe some like different colors of these as well. I know PlayStation's been a little bit slow when it came to releasing, you know, the traditional colors, like when they had the black and the white. I know they've got the variety of colors coming out for the rest of their controllers, so not sure, but I'm hoping D-Brand will also have a few skins for this thing, because they look really cool with some skins the way this thing is designed out there. So I think that's a really cool option. So all right, and hopefully we are done with updates, and now it wants to sign in. All right, and it's actually a sign in with a QR code. I'll flip over here real quick. You guys can actually see. So it's got a little QR code there that it wants to go ahead and sign in with PlayStation. You can sign in manually by hitting the hamburger button up here, right? And that'll let you sign in manually. So yeah, I think that's it for this video here. So far, really liking this thing. I'm going to go ahead and get logged in, do some testing on it, play some games on it. Getting a little late here, so probably try that out tomorrow on Friday. Of course, Super Mario RPG does drop tomorrow, so I'm probably going to be spending a little bit of time with that because that is a classic that I played when I was growing up, and the remake comes out tomorrow. So I'm going to actually be streaming that on Twitch and probably a couple other places too, maybe on Twitter. So if you're interested, stop by the channel. Love to talk with anybody that's out there. But in the meantime, I'll hopefully have an update here in a few days, maybe a week or so, kind of letting everybody know how I feel about this thing. And then I'm probably going to do another 3-month and another 6-month, and possibly a year follow-up on this thing as well. Really hoping that they have this roadmap for this thing that is actually going to be pretty good. So hopefully this is just the first steps for this thing, and it'll be a pretty good future. Well, until we get to the next one, appreciate it. Again, hit that like button, subscribe. It helps the channel out greatly, especially with us being new. And again, if you need any computer services, feel free to reach out, cyberfueledit.com. Free consultations and the whole nine. All right, everybody, that'll do it. See you in the next one.